Hi guys. So today I want to talk about Chiron the Wounded Healer. I'm very in love with Chiron. I have been really since 2017 and going deep with my wounds. I've got Chiron in Aries at 0 degrees, so I'm very aware that all these planets are going over my wounds, and not to hurt me at all, but just to say, Woody, this is the wound that you came here in this lifetime to heal. I can't do it in others unless I heal it for myself. So it's massive, and at this present day, on the 16th of August, your Chiron is stationed at 27 degrees Aries. So if I could relate that to me, when it hit my 0, you know, that was the biggest transition period of my life. And in all them years, I sit here today and feeling more and more and more on the journey of healing these wounds. There's such inner tenderness. Yeah, you can't explain them to anybody when you're feeling this wound and you think, why? And that's the magic of astrology. You know, it makes sense when you start studying your DNA and seeing where your wounds are playing out. My Chiron is in the 9th house, so that is higher wisdom, teachings, and everything that I bring into my consciousness of, do I believe that, don't I believe that, should I fear that, or can I take a piece of that and move forward for the self, the I am Aries. But my message today, because Chiron is at this 27, and that really is feeling every wound, but the 7 is so spiritual, it's so lovely, it's a bit like calling from above, come on, help me, show me more wounds, and with a wound you have to then love yourself more. You've got to, because no one on the outside world is gonna feel the wound like you do, and I can speak with that one, doll. So, you know, the 27 is ego as well, because it's like the soldier. We've been on this mission of healing and loving and ourselves, yet now the war's over. The inner war is over. We've stopped at 27 degrees, and just the vision that I'm getting is like when you come back home within, and there's no one there to say, well done, you did really well, and how many people did you fight, and how many lessons did you learn. You're just sitting with yourself. And you know, we've got to heal ourselves, guys. I'm on this mission to the day I die to be as whole with God as I can. And as I was speaking yesterday, you know, with this Leo at 5 degrees, that's the mind, and that was the Mercury, was in the mind. And if we go back to the 3rd of January, the North Node was at 0 degrees Aries. So that was the journey. That was just going to go back into Pisces. Then that week it sat at 0 degrees. And so that was boundaries of the I am. So if we could go back to all this year, how fast is it going? But January, look back to the first week of January. we had the North Node was at 0 degrees Aries. So that's really working out a brand new I am that you were birthing within. Venus was at 0 degrees Pisces. You know, just sitting there with this new love, ready for the North Node to go back. Mars, 0 degrees Leo, guys, you couldn't make it up, because Leo is this new love that we're not looking for other people to go, oh, I love that, I love that. It's this first picking up the guitar, the first bit of painting and picking your colour. It's really a love of the self. And that was trining the North Node in Aries. So, you know, what I'd written back in my diary, the collective was being guided into something new to solve a situation within themselves, but is backed by love of the self. That's amazing. So today we are navigating Leo. Now we've got Mercury in Leo, navigating this self again. And this week, you know, we've got the sextile still playing out with Mars in Libra saying, what is your passion? You know, what's your lovely inner child saying to yourself? You know, if you haven't picked up any inner love, go and do something that really, really feels for yourself and not for others. Because if what I've realised, you know, my loves, my passion, they all serve others. They all do eventually, you know. Everything that I do is for the collective. It's 0 degrees Aries. Yeah. So I haven't got boundaries, I'd say, of love. My love is an overflowing love, and yet that I can give too much love to others and then be exhausted because my house is a mess and I haven't done the astrology or blah blah blah, you know. So that's what we're navigating this week. We've got the moon is still in Taurus, so that's really, we've got to ground it now. You know, Mother Gaia is Taurus. You know, she's the beautiful roses that grow. She's the beautiful wine that we taste and the pure pleasures of Mother Earth, what we have around us. So last couple of days with the moon in Aries, you know, it was going over these wounds and it went over Neptune in Aries. So that was a big healing of the cells. And, you know, yesterday Saturn, which is my ruler, if I'm Aquarius, one of my original rulers, has gone to 0 degrees Aries. So for me, I'm like, Jesus, come on, we're doing this. So, you know, my ruler is sitting on my wound. So, yeah, I've healed a lot since 2017, and I've always said I could write a book of my journey since 2017. And when I say to people, wow, it was when Chiron's it, and they don't really understand that. So this is probably the best way to express myself, because the world is coming together, and with its different forms of love. So for me, you know, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. I've sort of chosen to be single, really, you know, because this, just the love of me being me every day and not having to share that just for that real intimacy. I've got this intimacy with myself now, and that is priceless. Just to sit and think, wow, Woody, you know, in 2018 I shaved my hair off just to say, look, I've got to love myself from within. And that was the end of the glamorous, and seen for what effort I'd made, where now I'm seen for the journey and the effort that I put into my journey, my health, my whole being. You know, my moon is at 3 degrees Leo, so, you know, I'm just a little girl that likes playing, and when I'm painting, the music's on and I'm singing, but I get the words wrong. You know, I don't hold much information of any of it. I just like to play and sing and be funny. So that's never gonna go. That's my Leo, 3 degrees moon. So this Aquarius, this is what I'm working out, you know, this Aquarius in me, and it's in the 7th house, so it's a bit like, where's my tribe? Where's the people that want to start doing the real inner work? And, you know, it's so deep that we can't expect others to hold us. We've got to be strong enough to hold ourselves, Chiron. And every client that comes to me, you know, with the astrology, or my friends, when I read their chart, there's always some dance that's going on with my chart and theirs that we need to help and navigate each other. So it's beautiful, and I'm really, really blessed to be on planet Earth as Aquarius, to play. So that's me, so thank you, Jesus, for guiding me here. So what I want you to do in the next sort of week, as we chat daily, just sit and think, right, if this is a new beginning, inner beginning, what doors can I open? You know, is it, what creativity? You know, it comes in all forms. So sometimes for me it's just, wow, have you seen my tomatoes grow? You know, have you seen this grow? Have you seen that grow? And that's enough. And even my front garden, you know, I work hard on my front garden because it's Glastonbury and people walk past and they admire my garden, and that's beautiful. That's me working for Mother Gaia. You know, she comes through me, and I've got my red roses, my white roses, and they all represent the pureness of Jesus. The red is Jesus. I've got one that always comes up, and I think, yes, Jesus, come on, bloom, bloom, bloom. So the urgency, if we're not on track at the moment, is to really do go and sit with yourself. Don't seek any attention from outside at the moment. You know, Mercury is saying sit with yourselves, and really Leo represents the heart. It's the 5th house. So, and when we're born, the first muscle that comes from the heart is the tongue. So, you know, if you watch a baby, it's just observing, it's just being loved for laying there and being beautiful, and we can pass that love round and they just look. So, you know, what I'm feeling with Mercury and Leo is to just be a bit quieter and just observe and how it makes you feel. Because give the tongue a rest. While this dance of Mars and Venus, it's just give the rest of the throat, the tongue and the heart, and just go into the roots of yourself. And that's Taurus. So the moon is saying, come on, let me ground you, let Mother Earth ground you. And Neptune is saying at 1 degrees Aries, come on, you are part of the ocean. And the ocean doesn't refuse any river. So if you've got darkness, if you've got a roar in you, put it out there. But perhaps in the bath, let the waters cleanse you. Because Saturn is saying, come on, I'm at 0 degrees Aries now. and that's teachings. We don't know what to believe anymore, guys, do we? I mean, I haven't had a telly 15 years, and I haven't watched the telly, and I'm not one to listen to the radio. So I know there's a lot of stuff going on there, and I hear it from my friends and families that, you know, be careful, Woody, and well, that's lovely. Go within. Whatever's going on out there, it's a time to just sit, go within, and just imagine yourself as that little baby, and you're holding your baby now, and you can be what you want to be, because gee whiz, you know, these energies are coming in strong and fast, and we've got to welcome them. The heat today is too hot for me to sit in the sun. I've had to sit in the garden, but under my canopy it's just too hot out there, but inside there's this heat, and it's beautiful. So feel that inner passion, this inner creativity, that now Virgo, the next week, what is it, this September, we have got a Virgo eclipse at 0 degrees. It's the new moon, the new us is really going to be felt. So it's at 0 degrees Virgo. So Virgo represents the body. So that is you birthing yourself and looking down at yourself and thinking, wow, what a journey we're going on. Because I'm now the wiser person. I've now healed many things since 2017-18. It's beautiful, guys. It is beautiful. So be excited for yourself, because September, the energies are getting intense. And it might mean that we need more time on our own. I'm expecting that. But I've got to talk to you and help you guys navigate in self through the end of August, and the eclipse is in September. So, wow, because we've got a lunar eclipse at the end of September, which is going to be at 29 degrees Virgo. So we're going from the beginning to the zero, the birth, and in such a short matter of time, we're going to 29 degrees, master of the body, master of the cells. Yeah, no mind in it, it's heart. So when you speak, you come from the heart. You're not having to think, you know, I don't know what I'm going to say until I sit in the heart. And I think, how can I give these guys this wisdom that I've walked? I'm walking it, I'm talking it every single day. And I know that on the 1st of September, Neptune's going to go to 0 degrees Aries. So that's going to hit my wound again. And I'm like, wow, yeah, I'm ready. Because I would have slept, I would have worked, I would have feel the love of Woody. Guys, let's get real with ourselves. Let's get real. No more pretending, no more ego, no more I can't. The North Node is saying, you can, my darlings, you can. And the North Node is in Pisces. So come on, let's go up and see what Jesus has to say to us all, or whoever you worship, for your guidance. Love, 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 guys. Love, 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 from within to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for walking your path of truth. And with the heart, it's like, it's real for each and every single one of us. So no one can tell you what to do from your heart. You do it. You help that person across the road. You make that nice dinner for yourself. You have your baths, you puff up your cushions. Make sure your bed's nice and your surroundings are nice. And that will show that you love yourself and your family will love your presence. Till we speak again. Love, 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 love.